It's despair and it's a fever dream and it's a night as a Manchester United fan that I hope to never experience again. It's not just a 7-0 loss, it's a 7-0 loss to Liverpool. And a 7-0 loss is bad enough, horrific enough, humiliating enough. A 7-0 loss to Liverpool is borderline a delete club. I mean, seven goals. You've got to let 7 goals sink in. I mean, Liverpool too, man. Look, Liverpool haven't been great this season, but we knew Anfield was going to be a tough game. By tough, I didn't mean it'd be acceptable to go there and lose by 7. I mean, Glazers need to go because it's just embarrassing. Nunes and Gakpo both braces on us. I mean, Nunes we should have gotten. Gakpo we really should have gotten. They're now both scoring braces on us, and we've got Wout Weghorst up top. Love Wout Weghorst as a bloke. Love Wout Weghorst with his off-ball work, but he's no Cody Gakpo and he's no Darwin Nunes. I mean, Glazers out, get Qatar in, even Sir Jim in. I don't care, just get the Glazers out. It's as simple as that. And Ten Hag, I tell you what, he's going to be giving those players a beating, and those players embarrassed themselves today, not going over to the away fans. Raphael Varane had to yell at them to go over to the away fans that travelled to Liverpool, to Merseyside, to watch them lose 7-0, and they didn't even have the fucking heart to go over to the away fans. Embarrassing. Bruno Fernandes, really good post-match interview, but he's going to be getting a rivetingly low score for some of his antics in the second half. Horrific display from Bruno as the captain. De Gea, I mean, probably a 3. I mean, eight shots on target, 7 goals. 8 shots on target, 7 goals. Mate, obviously the defence should have done better, but you cannot pile a lot of the blame on De Gea. 8 shots on target and 7 goals is a humiliating ratio. Delo, 2. I mean, he was at fault for the first goal, but I think just completely out of position. Our fullbacks were out of position all day, and there was also a result of the wingers not tracking back like bloody idiots. The wingers and the fullbacks, dreadful, and what probably cost us most of the goals. Varane's a 2, Martinez is probably a 3. I thought, look, wow, Martinez was better than Varane. I thought Martinez was probably marginally better than Varane. I mean, Varane out of position on the first 2 goals, out of position on the rest of the goals. Martinez, I mean, just a shit display overall. Wasn't really out of position for any of them. Varane was the button. Varane was the one. Read the game wrong so many times. Martinez fought hard, but doesn't change a shit performance. Luke Shaw's probably a 4 for me. I mean, the fullbacks were really bad. Shaw was probably the strongest out of our back 6, back 5. I'll give him a 3. I'm not sure I'm giving him a 4. Just shite. Really, really shite, Luke Shaw. I mean, he was putting a few good tackles and then got caught out of position every second time for the rest of it. In fact, I'm going to give the back 4 too, so it's not fair to discriminate Varane. De Gea gets a 3. Casemiro, probably a 4. Probably give Casemiro a 4 because he won the ball back a few times in the midfield, but he looked unfit. He picked up a knock earlier in the game, and from then on out, he just looked a little bit unfit. Surprised. I mean, not surprised. We need him in that side, but yeah, it's not a good Casemiro display. And that's not even just my liking towards Casemiro coming in there. That's genuinely a 4 that I think he deserves. Fred's probably a 5 and my man of the match. Actually a 4 in my man of the match. I'm not sure I'm giving him a 5. Fred's probably a 4 in my man of the match. He was the only player that showed tenacity in the first half. Still part of a side that conceded a horrific goal. And I think, Fred's my man of the match, to be honest. I think because he went off at half time or early in the second half too, so it's not like he had a massive part to do with the smashing. I thought Fred was probably our best player, showed the most tenacity. Wout Weghorst, probably I could almost give Weghorst man of the match, you know. I'll give Weghorst a 5. I mean, didn't have anything to do. I mean, offense was a hard job today, and he did everything that he could playing in the number 10 position, and he had nothing to do defensively because he's not a defender. So, yeah, can't really blame Weghorst for anything. Anthony, probably a 3. I mean, I actually am giving him a 2. He lets his head drop far too much to be a Manchester United player. He cannot track back to save his life. He needs to bloody learn to get a right foot. And Anthony, really important to our side, but he's not going to be a Manchester United player for long if he keeps shit up like that. Bruno, 1. Lowest ever score I've given my player rating. Bruno Fernandes, 1. Didn't get involved in the game. Playing on the left was a shit decision by Ten Hag. I mean, Weghorst at 10, he's just got to stop with. Weghorst at 10 is a last 30-minute decision, not a whole game decision. I mean, and Bruno on the left, I mean, somebody worked that out for me. I mean, I know Anthony was on the right, but Lord have mercy. Couldn't get himself involved with the game. In the second half, he's pushing linesmen. He's fucking some of his antics, just dropping his head, knocking the players rolled up. I mean, not a captain's performance. Rashford, 3. McTominay, 4. Garnacho, 6. Wouldn't be surprised if Garnacho gets man of the match, you know. Malacia, 5. Savitza, 6. Alanga, 5. Ten Hag, 2. I mean, he got a lot wrong. He got too much wrong. He got way too much wrong. Bruno on the left was one of them. Weghorst at 10 was one of them. McTominay on for Fred was one of them. Tactically, couldn't get the players working is another one of them. Couldn't get the players rolled up. Obviously didn't give him a kick up the arse at half time. I mean, something must have gone wrong in that dressing room for Ten Hag. I mean, Lord have mercy. His biggest defeat of his career, even at Ajax. He obviously didn't lose by that much. Really intrigued who man of the match will be. Oh, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. I mean, De Gea. I mean, for me, 8 shots on target and 7 goals is unforgivable, but obviously it was the defence that was the main part of it. I just think De Gea probably should have done better on some of them. But, you know, if De Gea wants to get man of the match, you can. That's on the fans. It's 3:12 in the morning. I'm going to go cry. Have a good one, lads. And who will we play next? We've got Real Betis on Friday, and we play bottom in the league on Saturday. We play Southampton. Come on, lads. Horrific.